Hey, Stoney here, and you're watching Rewind to Victory, where we find a winning solution to a lost game. Let's go. Okay, at the bottom here, we have Pyrogenic playing as a speed specialist, and at the top here, we have Land Shark playing as a supply specialist. And this game goes up to round 11. We're going to watch round 10 and 11. We're going to find a solution for the losing side, so hopefully they can get to round 12. Let's jump to round 10. All right, if I had to guess, I think this is a higher MMR. I would say probably 1200. Um, if anything, the spaced out units, they look like it's coming from a higher MMR. Usually at the lower MMR, everything's just super bunched up. Nobody bothers defending the flank, right? So we have a variety of vertical, horizontal, different units, and they're coming different layers too, right? So like the chaff layer, there are multiple layers of crawlers just coming in. So really impressive stuff. Looking at the HP here, I'm going to say probably blue. I'm going to maybe say probably blue based on the back end here. But it looks like blue is going to win this round because I don't really see how red is going to get blue even lower without killing him. So blue's probably going to win this round. Maybe not the next round, but let's see. Let's just let the round play and I'll talk while the round is going on. Now, the first thing you notice is that we have Phoenixes against Overlords. And one of the problems with Overlords with Mothership is you got all these pesky little wasps. So unless you have a reliable way of getting to the wasp, you're going to have a pretty terrible time of getting to the Overlords with your Phoenixes. Phoenixes do a ton of damage. They are using charged shot, which means the moment they lock onto a giant, they're going to do absolutely crazy damage. Okay, so yeah, so blue is going to win this round, I think. Maybe? Let's just see how quickly this Phoenix can kill. Oh yeah, it's gonna get tower. And once it gets tower, easy peasy. Not decisive, but pretty darn good. And let's take a look at the next round and let's figure out who we'll be helping with. If it is gonna be blue, a simple solution is just level 3 marksman. Does he even have marksman? He doesn't have any marksman. So marksman could be interesting. You get 3 of them. But what I was really gonna say is you just need some Mustangs with range and AA. Because Mustangs is gonna destroy all the wasps. Okay, so we got marksman. We lead. These marksmen are gonna be so badass. Okay. I'm not a fan of these fortress placement. I think they're too forward. I think the bubble just goes to waste. I wouldn't mind just having fans sticking out of the bubble real quick and forces a few shots from this war factory onto those fans. Alright, so we're going to get some upgrades. The board is mostly the same for the last 2 rounds. We do have anti-air wasps. There are 2 wasps. They don't have range though, so their anti-air is not going to do too much. I'm going to slow this down a little so we have a closer look at what's going on. Alright, your chaff gets killed almost instantly, which means you have no more chaff clear. Your wraith are doing okay. They're actually doing alright. Oh, blue is winning this. Okay, so red is the one that needs help. Alright. Okay. I mean, for red, I'm still gonna go with anti-air Mustangs. They're just so good. Okay, let's take a look at the red sports then. Alright. So red, they are... I think the biggest problem with red is this wraith. So the question is, on the marksman, does he run? No, he does not run aerial spec. This is why you need to run aerial spec on marksman. Because if you have aerial spec, these wraith will be killed so quickly that it's just a no-brainer. Like your wraith are just gonna kill them so quickly. Okay, because you don't run it, then you know, it's a tough call. You do run aerospec on Mustangs, but oh, you took missile interceptor. Why would you do that? My God. Ah, that angers me so much. Because now that you're gonna pay a premium on the subsequent text for 200 each. Okay. Maybe we can just get away with ranged air spec wasps? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. Aerial spec wasp is pretty deadly. So, all right, let's jump in. Let's go with aerial spec wasp and let's add a few more chaff. All right, what do we got here as far as chaff goes? Got lots of crawlers. How quickly are the shield being brought down? 1800. Not quick enough, I guess. And I really don't see the point of this war factory here. Like, this is really not that useful. All right, so here's the plan. Here's the plan. We're gonna get Vulcans. You'd be like, what? What do you get Vulcans for? Well, you need to get rid of the chaff, so your wasp aren't stuck on the chaff. I'm gonna get rid of this war factory here. I'm gonna get range. Oh, you don't have firebomb. Another blunder. That's okay. No firebomb. Kind of sad. This Vulcan can probably stay here. This Vulcan can stay in the middle. This Vulcan can probably, yeah, tucked away down here, maybe. Tucked way down here. All right. How much time? We got 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna get a bunch of wasps. As many wasps as you can physically click. Lots of wasps coming in every other way. Just a lot of wasps. And here you want to get rid of things fast. So let's splurge a little bit on just attack upgrade. And then let's just put a cheeky missile down here. And that's pretty much all you can do. There's nothing else you can do. And let's just run with it. Alright, we got chaff here. Vulcan doing work, getting rid of the chaff. Wasp, come on, let's lock on. There we go. Locks on. Let's lock on to the other one. There we go. Yep. Awesome. Awesome. So we have dead Wraith, and once the Wraith are dead, there's no chaff clear, and you can just run them over, as you can see right now. Right, everything gets destroyed. So yeah, I would have loved to go on with Mustangs, but you already took a tag, so I wouldn't be able to achieve as much. But with chaff clear, and also with just some anti-air wasp, you can win this round very convincingly. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the game at Beta Krogoth and He Hoo Ha. So this is a 5-round game. Let's just play the final 2 rounds and let's see if there's a way to save the losing side. So we're gonna get round 4. All right, so we got unit drop, but first of all, let's take a look at the board here. We got a aggressively placed rep player with assault marksman that's coming in. We also have 2 tarantulas that's about to get level. From the unit drop, he is going to go with the level 2 rhino, which means they're even stronger coming down this way. And we're looking at the blues boards. Well, first of all, the big problem with blues boards is that there is nothing up top here, which means red's units can go straight to the tower. Most of the blue units are being held down here in the corner, and they are going over to these chaff and being distracted, which once the battle starts, you get to see like majority of the blues army are just kind of stuck down here, where blues army are coming straight to the tower. All right, so I pretty much know how this round is going to end. Red is going to get tower. Blue is going to get stuck down here, fighting with the distraction, and they're not going to be able to turn around fast enough. Okay. All right, so we got the rhino coming in here. It's going to get tower before the army engages. The tarantula is doing great. It's going to get another tower, and it's going to clear all the things over here. Yeah, to be expected. And that brings blue at the death's door. So let's see. We have a few items here. Photon is a pick for red. I think that's a very logical choice. He has a lot of high HP units, so that is very good. Blue picked laser sight. I think that is a bit of a mistake. So later on, when we try to fix this game, let's see if we can fix that. I think an orbital jab would have done a lot better, especially when you have this many assault marksmen going around. And we also have electromag. Electromag is a bit late at this point. Your arc lights, they're not going to be able to hit, and yeah, it's a bit late. You can get maybe one of these marksmen, but it's definitely not easy to get all of them. So it's a bit late here. More arc lights. We got fans here, and still being distracted in the back end. So, okay. We got speed, range. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see how this round plays out. I think it's going to play out very similar to the last round simply because there's the lack of army in front of the tower, which means your units are just going to get destroyed. This is one of the, I guess, a simple lesson to learn is that when you have units sort of at the side, you want to make sure that they're not distracting the rest of your army that way. All right, so tower gets taken down on the left-hand side. Army gets cleaned up. Yeah, everything just dies. Okay. All right. So let's see if we are able to save blue here. Now, before we jump in, let's just do a quick review of the board and figure out what exactly happened at that last round. So let's go here. All right. So this is what the board looks like before they start to put units down. A few things we know for sure. One, all the units here, there's no units here really. So I'm going to get slowed all the way down here. Okay. One, there's no units here. Two, units are being distracted at this corner and they're not participating in the fights right up front, right? Three, there is no answer to the marksman here, which means these steel balls are being dragged over, which means you're going to have a bit bad time here. Okay, so mostly we'll have to deal with army being dragged over to the corner. That's a very simple solution. You just drop some missiles here, clear out what you need, and then you can have army going backward. The front is the part that is a bit troublesome. I think you do have quite a few high HP units, which means you have to get through them very quickly. Now, luckily, you do have a low level 3 fans, so they can put in a lot of work, but what you do need is a protection for these level 3 fans. Okay, you do have the flank here. The flank really doesn't do anything, so I would sell this one and get some money back. You don't have sell unlocked. That's terrible. Okay, well, 50 is 50, so you can get that one back. Yeah, I don't know if these claws can actually kill the rhino. If it can kill the rhino, then they're actually pretty good, but yeah, as it stands right now, I don't think it can kill the rhino, which is a bit of a problem. Okay. All right, let's give it a try. All right, first thing first, I'm going to get orbital jab here. I'm going to try to get rid of one of these tarantulas. We are going to get a missile down here. And potentially a missile down here. Yeah, let's get a missile down here just to make sure we survive a bit longer. We're going to move these crawlers further down. This is not required. So we're going to put this crawler right here. And we're going to add a few more crawlers. Like so. So we essentially have like a stream of crawlers that's just going in through the middle like so. Right? We do have quite a few units here, so wouldn't mind if I, first of all, take that and just get even more crawlers. So we have a stream of chaff that's coming in for these fans. The fans are gonna need to get a level. We're gonna stop this rhino, just make them go a little slower, and I think that's pretty much all that I can do. So let's see. Alright, so we got fans coming in here. Rhino is being slowed down. The right hand side is held. Alright, the stream of chaff is just coming in. Very nice. Alright, level 3 fans just putting in damage right here, right now. Excellent. Are we winning on the right-hand side? Yes, we are. And of course, we are going to get through. And that is how you get this round back in your favor. All right, let's move on to the next game. All right, in this game, we have SCN as a blue player at the bottom. We also have Cobalt as a red player at the top here. This is a 8-round game, so we're going to start with round 7 and then looking at round 8, and we're going to try to help the losing player and see if there could be a round 9 if he made the right decision. So let's start with round 7. Oof, that's a very bunch up board. Without looking at units, just looking at the board here, I think blue, this is a very strange looking board. Maybe he forgot to move his units right there in the center. Okay, that's interesting. End up picking the Sabertooth with the Photon. Lots of very high level crawl. I think, did he take Elite Crawler? Yeah, he took Elite Crawler. So instead of Chaff Crawlers, we have Carry Crawlers right at the front. And looking at Kobolds here, also pick Elite Crawler, Speech Specialist without going aggro. So that's interesting. And just a whole lot of crawlers. Okay. I'm going to assume this is a more of a lower MMR game, probably in the 5 to 700 range, as both players are still kind of struggling in understanding like what exactly is happening with unit counters. Okay, these missiles are going to be huge. All right, crawlers coming in. I can't even click on them. Okay, one of them's got replicate. No, both of them's got replicate. One of them's got mech rage and replicate. So essentially, it just comes down to whoever wins the crawler wall. Um, okay, so here's the debuff. I think blue wins this, right? Unless the Mustang die, because it's got a level 3 wraith, which is really sad. Yep, the Mustangs die, and then level 3 wraith is gonna clean up everything. Oh, that's so sad. Okay. Well, pretty straightforward though. All right, round 8. Fire? Come on, you gotta pick fire, right? With a board like this. If you don't pick fire, he didn't pick fire. Why wouldn't you pick fire? You put fire right here somewhere. And yes, you're gonna kill a bunch of Euro crawlers. Do you have underground? You do have underground. Put fire, take underground, and your crawler's gonna live. His crawler probably gonna die if he doesn't pick underground. And then you just need to figure out a way to deal with the wraith. I feel like you were able to win the ground battle. You just died to a wraith. Vulcan, okay, specialized crawler unit. We have Tarantula with armor, great with dealing with Mustangs. Oil, fire. Yeah, oil and fire. Okay, this is probably going to be a slaughter here. Yeah, yeah, this is no chap. Yeah, okay, okay. All right, I've seen what I need to see. So blue loses this round. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, there's just nothing. We got 2 melting points going on to these 2 giants. Okay, so that's a loss for blue. I think this is a fairly simple solution. Let's just play as blue here. All right, first and first, we're going to take fire. We're going to put fire somewhere like this, so that even when he does put down shield, he's still going to do quite a bit of damage. I'm going to put it like this, also to catch these crawlers as well. We're going to get a mobile beacon because we like our units and we don't like them going through the fire. So we're going to kind of tuck them away here at the corner. I would love to range up these Mustangs and level them a little bit. I think they are extremely good. This crawler right here, I don't think they're that useful and it's hoarding an item, so I would love to get rid of that item. I'm going to put that item on this high-level Sabertooth here. And with the Sabertooth, I'm inclined to kind of go So I guess one of the things you need to get to that wraith. Um, no, okay. You do have a level 3 marksman. I'm just thinking like what's a good way to get rid of that wraith? Yeesh. I mean, let's just get range on this marksman and temporary range. Get attack. And we can put down another marksman. Let's put down another marksman. Because we do have high-level steel balls kind of coming down here. All right, so we do have fire, oil, right? So there's going to be a lot of fire, a lot of oil, and that's okay. We have crawlers just kind of running through the entire distance. It's no problem. This crawler eventually going to die. The center is a little weak though. No, here goes the okay, so here goes the wraith, which is something we really need to kill very quickly. Steel balls are doing great. We're actually getting rid of a lot of units here, even though the tower is being debuffed. Not too worried, the steel balls are continuing to do work. Ooh, this armor though. Armor is really good. All right. We do have a very high level saber tooth, and there it goes. Right, that's the round for you. All right, let's jump into the next game. Okay, at the bottom here, we have Chi Momo playing as aerial spec. And at the top here, we have D Jones playing as marksman spec. So this game goes up to round 7. We're going to look at 6 and 7. And we're going to try to help the losing player to get to round 8. So let's start with round 6. All right, looking at the board here. Pretty standard. We got a few chaff clearing sledgehammers, and then we have some ranged tarantulas for additional chaff clearing. We also have wraiths, so this board is very good at clearing chaff. What isn't very good at killing large giant units. Looking at the other side here, we have Mustangs with aerial spec. So aerial spec against wraith with armor is a bit of a trap card because it will most likely lock on to the wraith fairly quickly because of the additional range granted by aerial spec. And what it will do with the Mustangs, it will just continue to lock onto the wraith, unable to deal the damage it needs to get through. So armor piercing is pretty good. And it just doubles down on the Mustangs. Okay. Armor piercing helps you a little bit, but what you really want is some aerial spec marksman, which you don't run aerial spec. So these wraiths are just going to go around and get a lot of value. Yeah. Yep. As expected. Right? Because essentially the single technology on the wraith shuts down your entire back line of Mustangs. So why would you want to double down on the Mustangs? Right? It's not a good way to go. Okay. However, Mustangs are good, which means if Red has figured out a way to get rid of those wraiths very quickly, it's still anyone's game. But now that we're even further doubling down this rate, now with field maintenance and also with freaking armor, holy crap! Okay, you're gonna need either an EM from your marksman, or you're gonna need a melting point. The Mustangs, not even the marksman, is strong enough to get rid of them. So that's the problem with red. But what happened with round 7? Because I don't think blue can kill red in one turn, so it must mean that red has won this round. Oh, it's the missiles. Wait, hold on a second. How is he winning this round? Oh, the debuff gets rid of the wraith. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's not a terrible loss, to be honest. You were in such a dominant position. I think you just you just let him exploit only one of your weaknesses. And it's not even that bad of a weakness. I think your Wraith were doing excellent. I think the lesson learned here is don't bunch up your chaff with other units. Always have one set of units at the front that is at least 2 squares away from your next set of units, so that when they do missile spam, they're only going to get the first row of units instead of like half of your army here. All right. Now, very easy fix. Let's just jump in. All right. So let's put some units at the front. I think this is very natural to have units at the front to tank missile shots. Right. So I'm just going to put units like this. And I don't even need to put them that far. I just need 2 spaces, right? So they tank for 2. Or if you really want your unit to survive, put them vertically. And then they'll survive forever. We have high-level Mustangs. We got Fangs. Fangs are kind of useful, I guess. Because you have level 3 Fangs, I wonder if it makes sense to just go with Fang carry. maybe too ambitious. Maybe too ambitious. You still just want to get rid of these Mustangs. Okay. Go with that. Range. Put armor on you. Go with that. And you got to use Cheeky Missile 1 time. Probably use on this side. You could maybe get through... Nah, just some crawlers and tanks. Is there anything I want to sell? You want to sell some Fangs just to get some levels. Because you want a lot of HP. Okay, there we go. I think this raid is a little bugged here, but that's okay. Yeah, your fans are tanking, that's cool. Tarantula doing tarantula things. Okay, so yeah, so your sniper. If you can get this sniper before it fires in the next shot, you're in a pretty good spot. There we go. Yeah, gets rid of that orange man, there we go. And that's it. You win the game. And with simple gesture of just putting down some fans at the front. And it's not even something a very high level player would do. It's just something you learned as you get past the 1000 MMR threshold. I hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll see you on the next one.
Prepare your tactics. Mechabellum's calling. Deploy your fortress. The battlefield's alive with swarms.